man initially approaches a woman, his only intent is to have sex with her, and a relationship or something more might come later on. But in the beginning, he's just trying to have sex. So I know this, so I'm trying to see, like, you know, at that point, I feel like it's like you're trying to play with me, kind of.
That's just how we're wired, because we can't just walk up to you thinking like, okay, this is gonna be my wife. We move off of sex for like.
But how do you think I'm gonna feel if I give it up and you just, now you're not the same, or like you leave? I just got finessed.
You have to peep game.
You know, I've been on dates to where like they're trying to get me back to the house the same night, and I'm like, that's so disrespectful. Like, you're telling me that you're trying to finesse me. You think I'm stupid. So.
What I do is I never on the first time. Even if I spend a night with somebody, I'll go to sleep. I never try to on the first day, because in their mind it's like, well, damn, he's not the same. He's not like that these other guys are. In reality, I really am. But
Oh my God.
All right, there you have it. Our men trying to have sex on the first night. Let's go ahead and get into it, fellas. Who want to tackle this first?
No, they're not trying to have sex on the first night. So the video was accurate, though. You know, men are thinking about sex. That's just what we think about. She said, I don't know if she meant the first date, but you know, they're trying to get her back to the apartment. Yeah, that's what happens. I don't necessarily think that guys are trying to fuck on the first night, but fucking is absolutely on the menu. That sex is on the menu for every single guy that's spending his resources on a chick that he just met. Now, I do want to say that she's worried about like getting finessed and whatnot. And I've always told people, so women ask me, she says, Shannon, so if guys want to have sex first, second, third, they want to have sex all soon, but then you guys don't want a woman with a high body count. Well, I'm lost. How am I supposed to not have a high body count, but then y'all trying to fuck, you know, right away? The answer is don't go on dates with guys that you don't want to fuck. That's the simple answer. This is the cheat code, if you want to call it that, for all women who want to keep a low body count, is to the days of going on dates, foodie dates, you know, foodie calls, as they call them, is over. Do not use a man's resources if you're not willing or do not want to have sex with him. And if you don't want to have sex with him, oh, well, I'm not really, no, that's bullshit. You know, I don't know. I got to get to know. No, you know if you want to fuck Quest, if you want to fuck James, if you want to fuck Humble Dad King, Mr. Let Go, JT Trill, or me or Ricky, by the time we make it to a date. Now, if you want to go, be prepared to potentially have sex. Probably won't, because guys, you know, classy guys may not want to necessarily do that, but know that it's on the menu, absolutely. But if you know that you don't want to have sex, then just simply don't go. And far too long and far too many women have been going on dates knowing that they don't want to fuck the guy that they're going with, knowing nothing is ever going to happen, knowing it's not going to go any further. Well, that's the solution to keeping your body count low.
All right.
Well, I have an issue with what she said. If a man is trying to smash her on the first night, one, she looks like she's like either stupid or not worth anybody's time, because as men, we want to get to know a woman just like a woman wants to get to know us. But if we don't think there's anything there because she's a little slow or you know, she's one of, well, I just feel like, well, I just, you know, just sounding like an idiot. Yeah, we just going to try. So the only women that we are literally attempting to, because just like Shan said, we want to, but we're not going to try. We're just going to be thinking about it because we have a certain amount of respect for the typical woman. But once we start paying attention to certain signs, certain mannerisms, like, oh shit, oh yeah, she'll fuck, we're going to try. So it's not us trying to fuck on the first night. It's you looking like you supposed to be fucked on the first night because you're just a little stupid little little broad that needs to go back in the house or something because you ain't got no damn sense. You don't know how to compose yourself, or you don't know how to operate. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to speak. You don't know how to think. You don't know how to respond. So we men, we're hunters. So we're going to pay attention to the prey, and you're either going to be a deer or, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I look at it. That's her dumb ass. It ain't us. It's her.
What? Yeah, anybody, I don't know. I agree, bro. Like to a point. But the truth of the matter is, it's not that if we trying to fuck, it's if you trying to fuck.
Did you hear what I said?
If y'all want to be real about it, you see what I'm saying? It don't matter how much I want to fuck. It doesn't matter, right? Are men trying to have a sex the first night? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows, right? But if you ain't giving up no pussy, I ain't getting no pussy, right? See, but then, like I said, that would require, you to be a lady at all times, right? That would require you to contain yourself, right? Because then that would require you, to hold yourself accountable. You see what I'm saying? That you actually are responsible for sex taking place. But, that's a different conversation, right? Because I don't really know no men who ask for no box, right? As far as I know, they give up the box. Right? Because what y'all tell us when we ask for pussy, that's thirsty. You thirsty. So who asking for box? Hey, girl, can I get that pussy? That shit don't happen. Men sit back, we lay in the cut, we play our position, PYP, and then y'all asking us, what, you don't think I'm sexy? You don't think I look good enough? Right? Y'all control access to this. Stop trying to put shit off on us that belong to y'all, bro. This y'all shit. This one all y'all. So it don't matter if he was trying, if he bought out the bar, if he bought out VIP. If you ain't giving up that box, ain't no box being got. This one on y'all, ladies. That's all I got.
Man.
Look, let me say this, right? When I was out here in these streets, right? Y'all niggas know I'm married, yeah. But when I was out here in these streets, when I would go on dates with women, Ricky is spot on. I wasn't on a date and being like, so what's up? Am I going to have some sex later? That's fucking stupid. Like, that's lame. You know what I'm saying? But when niggas is pouring that sauce on a certain type of way, just like Ricky said, you either going to cough it up or you ain't. I don't have to ask for it. It's going to come out. You going to come up out of there. I ain't never had sex with a woman that didn't want to have sex. Right? Listen to that. I was not able to have sex with a woman that didn't already want to have sex. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times these women know when they're going on a date that they want to have sex off the rip.
That's why that whole finesse talk, when they be saying, so I got finesse. I don't know no woman that got finesse. There's no such thing as finessing sex. You didn't get
I've
finesse.
asked women
to be victims.
Airhead. There are some airheads out there. There's some goddamn blonde. There's some airheads out there. I get that, but generally speaking,
hell yeah.
This whole I got finessed. He finessed my panties off.
No.
It's like the fuck.
We've asked the women in the panel before. I don't know. Maybe this was on a Sunday episode, but we asked the women, "Yo, did y'all get finessed or did y'all want to give up the pussy?" All the ones in the chat were saying that they wanted to give that shit up. We've asked them. They have said this before. So I don't know what the confusion is now. But at the same time, I think she was a little silly, though. So
I want to get to James. Let me get you in here, sir. Our men trying to have sex on the first night.
Yeah, so the only thing I kind of that jumped out to me with what the young lady said was that men only want to have sex. Like when you first meet a woman, you first have a date. Like, yeah, sure, men want to have sex, but I think that's an overstatement to say that that's the only thing you're interested in. A man can certainly approach a young woman, had a first date, and be interested in sex, but also be interested in wanting to know what this can develop into. So I think that was like a overstatement. But overall, man, the fellas, I've been out the game for a long time. So, you know.
Oh, really?
Really been out the game for a long time. So I don't know, you know, I can't speak to what's happening out there, but you know, that'd be the only, you know, input that I give outside of what the fellas gave so far.
Okay.
Who's everybody on the panel is taken, huh? All of y'all are in a relationship. Only me and JT and
Rio?
JR.
Rio, you in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship, Shan.
Yeah, relationship.
Rio, you single, bro? No, you in a okay.
Nah, oh damn. I'm the only single person on the panel.
Oh, I'm single, bro.
Oh, so me and JT.
That's
okay.
It. Hey,
right. Hold on. When we say single, like who's married? I know Quest married.
Yeah, in a committed relationship. I'm not married. I'm not even you. In a committed relationship. The only me and JT are the only brothers on the panel who is not in a committed relationship. All right.
I got a question for the ladies. And y'all can put y'all little explanations in the fucking chat. Why is it that men, when we take women out on a fucking date, we know off the rip that we want to smash? We're not taking women out on dates that we don't want to put our peckerwoods in. Why is it that y'all will take dates with niggas that you don't want to fuck, bro? I don't understand this fucking logic with y'all, bro.
Hey, Quest.
They get free stuff.
Hey, Quest. Especially when they say they know if they're going to let a guy fuck within 5 minutes they meet him.
Like, okay.
It's an easy question, Quest. They get free stuff.
Free meal.
And attention too. Like,
let me tell you.
Even with a free meal and free stuff, if they're grotesque by a guy, like if they wouldn't want even just his platonic attention, that they're probably not taking a date. I mean, it's true, some exceptions to everything. It's some rare women that they just that savage anyway. But for the most part, it's going to be the free stuff and the food, but also the attention.
Let me say this, Quest. I don't know if y'all know this, but the word female was actually derived from free meal.
He wild.
Was that
think about the word
etymology dictionary?
Yeah. It started
it's like exegesis or something like that.
Wow.
There's an E and an A. All you gotta do is take that out. Now you got female.
Hey, so it's gonna be one of them type of king talks. We finna clown today. Okay, all right.
It got every letter too. Every letter for female and free meal. One thing I did think about when I thought about it at the end when I said about the finessing thing. Anybody out there trying to finesse women? I guess the one element of finesse that guys do is lying to women, making them think that they're gonna be in some sort of a relationship with women, and women in their mind, because chicks in their mind be in a relationship with a nigga, and he ain't in one. They ain't ever had that conversation the whole nine, but in her head, they in a whole relationship and she's building her whole future all in the cloud and shit. And so she may feel finesse when she soon discovers that his ass wasn't where she was, but it still wasn't a finesse per se.
Just remember, women are always going to victimize themselves. They're going to find virtually every opportunity to be a victim. The wind starts blowing so really hard, they're going to be a victim of the wind blowing. So women look for you know how you flush the toilet and the hissing still be going for like 12, 15 minutes? She's a victim of that. So women are always going to victimize themselves of anything. You know what I'm saying?
All right, go ahead, Rio. What's your thoughts?
Big Rio.
What up? I think we've been pretty spot on so far. Honestly, I think the quality of the woman can make a difference. If it's just a vibe, you're having a good time. I mean, we always optimistic. Let's just be clear, but we ain't about to press the issue unless it's been a drought. Unless it's really been a drought, we ain't really gonna press the issue. I will say, if she a woman of substance, are you really interested? You ain't gonna press too hard because you don't even want to fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't want to mess that up. So ultimately, you hope that things kind of progress at a good pace. But if it's just a vibe, a good time, we optimistic typically. It'll go its way without us having to apply too much pressure anyway.
All right.
Rio, when it's a drought though, do we even use the new ones? Don't we typically, pull up the phone book and call the old ones for during them cold winter nights and shit?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. But nevertheless, a date is something you never really know when you're gonna fall into that. And you also gotta realize sometimes too, Shan, it depends on how you left the old one. If you left the old one because there's some level of toxicity or craziness that doing it again is going to relight, you know what I mean, to re-incinerate the fire that you just had to put out.
Yeah, but that's only after you get the pussy, though. That's after, I don't even think about all that.
So Shannon,
after you,
what you saying is,
look at Krill. It's like, yeah, she may have pissed me off. I realize why I don't fuck with you, but after I fuck.
Yeah, after you fuck her, then you start remembering why you don't fuck with her, but you still gonna call her.
Yeah, crazy.
So basically, what y'all saying, as we head into November, if the ladies get a call from that dude they ain't heard from since February, maybe early March, it's just getting cold.
Yeah, you just hit a happy Thanksgiving text randomly.
It's base season.
Like the hey big head text that they send us. We got one too.
Bruh,
just checking on you. Just checking on you.
It ain't even got to be that long, bro. That's the guy that ghosted you for a week and shit, and you ain't heard from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just more fresh. It's fresh in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's base season. Y'all niggas living up north. All y'all up north niggas, it's base season. It start getting cold. They don't want to come out the house. They want to put them booty cheeks up against a nigga raw meat. We down here in South Florida, you know what I'm saying? Down here, where you at, Trill, Port Arthur and shit like that. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. It's hot down here.
All right, JT, let me get you in on this, brother. Our men trying to have sex on the first night. What are your thoughts?
So I'm gonna say this, man. Like, I think it's basically with her. Like, I think it's like age difference. Like, there are certain groups. I think like the younger guys. I think everybody here is over 35, right? 30, 35-ish. You know what I'm saying? So it's typically younger guys, man. And it's just that like it's an instant gratification type of generation, man. Like, everything is I want it right now. I'm gonna get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, naturally we're gonna say, hey, I'm attracted to this woman sexually. So yeah, I'm gonna pursue her, but at the same time, we do fall back because we know we've been there before. We've been at the age group where like, hey man, like, I might need to pump the brakes a little bit and see what's to it. You know what I'm saying? But in general, like I said, and I agree with everybody else, man. Like I said, if she want to do that, that's on her. She gonna give it up. She know in her mind, I'm gonna do this the first night, so that's on her. But at the same time, it's like it's up to us to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna see what's to it. I'm gonna pursue it and try to keep it like, keep a little spark to it. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thought.
I don't even think it really matters if the woman know. I think as long as the guy know he gonna get it, then that's all.
But that's what I'm saying though. So I'm like, you can know you can like meet up with a chick, say, hey, you know what? Like y'all got a vibe. You know what's gonna happen, right? Like it ain't no question. But I'm just saying, like the chick that was on the video, she was probably a little bit younger, so she probably dealing with guys that's like got a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, like man, like they just like trying to run through them, which is cool because like they're young. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I feel like you said when you get to a certain age, man, like you just like, all right, you're gonna play the field. Like the guy said, you're gonna play the field. You're gonna fall back. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be a victim. She gonna be the giver.